Hello there, welcome back to video 2 out of chapter 6-5. And I want to work through these last 3 word problems here, and I'm going to tell you right up front that the first one we all should be able to do. And I want you to take notes over everything. The second 2, they get a little bit tricky, so I'd like you to think about it, and a few of you I might ask to work toward problems like this as they require a little bit more thought. But number 7 I think is simple enough that we can all do that. Let's take a look at what's happening here, and then we'll get into the more difficult ones in a moment. It says find the sale of a bike that is regularly $110. Okay, so that's the original price. Okay, so that's the price, $110. It's on for 45% off the original price. Okay, so there's the original price, 110. So basically, what we need to do is we need to figure out what is 45% of 110, and then we're going to take that off. So let's kind of go through what I've been showing you here, that the price is equal to 110, that's before the discount, and the discount is equal to 0.45 times 110. And if we multiply that, that's 45% of, that's this up here basically, that's the discount. 45% of 110, that's $49.50. You can double check me on your calculator, 49.5. All right, so now if that's the discount, all we have to do is subtract it. So 110, we want to subtract the discount, right? If you get a discount, that means they subtract that from the cost. $110 minus $49.50, that's $60.50. That is the new sale price after the discount is subtracted out there. So that's number 7, pretty simple for you, hopefully. You're able to follow through that one. And like I said, let's keep going and let's look at number 8, though this one actually gets a little bit trickier, and I'll show you what I think is the easiest way to do this. And I'll show you why it's tricky here in a moment. So here you have an art supply store that has a sale advertising 40% off. Okay, so there's the discount. Okay, the discount is 40% off the original price. Okay, she buys 4 and she pays a total of 116. Now here's the problem. That number is after the discount. That's what she paid. Okay, so in this particular problem, we don't know the original price. The question says, how much would she have paid without the discount? Okay, so what we have to do is actually figure out what the original price was, and then kind of see what the original price was, because that's what they're asking for here. So here's how you have to think about this. If you're paying getting 40% off a number you don't know, you can think of it like this, okay? And this is where it's a little bit different. It's really the same thing happening, but it just is going to seem different because we're trying to find the original price, okay? Well, if you get 40% off, all right, 40% off, okay, means you pay 60% of the original. Now you have to really think of it that way to make this question a lot easier, I think. All right, if they're going to take 40% off, that means you're only paying 60%, because a percentage, they have to equal 100, okay? So if you're getting 40% off, well, 100, if you're wondering where I got the 60, 100 minus 40, that's where that 60 comes from, okay? So if you get 40% off, that means you're paying 60% of the original price. Now that, to me, makes this question a lot easier, because now you can just think, well, what times, let's see, what times 60% is equal to, is 141.60. Now you see the phrasing there compared to how we did those questions earlier. So what means some variable x times 60% is 0.6 is equal to 141.60. Because see, they didn't tell me the discount either. They only told me the discount was 40%. They told me what I paid. All right, so some number times 60% gives me the amount I paid. So P-A-I-D there. So if I saw this x times 0.6, remember the trick there? Just divide by the number multiplied. Divide 141 divided by 6/10. That cancels out there. X is equal to $236, and that was the original price. Because now if we took 40% of that and subtracted it out, you'd have 60% of that right there. That's really the easiest way to do that. I hope you were able to follow that a little bit. And if so, we'll might look at one of those later in the week. And then another tricky one, kind of similar to that, is number 9, kind of in the same situation. So allow me to read it here, and again, I'll talk you through it. Please just get the notes down and think about it, and maybe eventually it'll make sense to you. If not right now, maybe down the road. Denisha picks up a takeout meal at a local restaurant that's discounted at 25%. Okay, so it's kind of like the last one. They told me the percent that the discount was, but I don't think they tell me the amount. The price is $24.60 without the discount. Okay, so that's the price. Then you're gonna have to take that discount off, and then there's a sales tax of 4.5% that's included. Okay, well let's look at what we know here. Well, we know the price of the meal before the discount, so we can do that. We know that the price is $24.60. Okay, and we know the discount. We know the discount is 25%, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the decimal form, times 24.60. All right, and that works out to be $6.15. Now that's the discount, right? Discount is $6.15. So the new price is $24.60 minus $6.15, and that equals $18.45. Okay, so that's the price without the tax. So now we have to add the tax back in. See how they said now you have to add 4.5% of sales tax? So there's two ways we could do this. The long way would be to figure out what 4.5% of this is and then add it back into there. But I'm going to show you another trick here. If you think like this, think, okay, the tax total price is, now watch this, instead of saying 4.5% is 104.5% of the price. Because what you're doing when you pay the tax is you're going to pay that amount and then you're going to add 4.5% of that. So you think of it, that's 100% of the price is $18.45. Now you're going to add another 4.5%, so you're actually going to pay 104.5%. Now why is that easy for us? Well, I can say 104.5% is equal to 1.045. Now all I need to do is go, okay, let's see, I need to think, what is 104.5% of 1845? What is 104.5% of $18.45? Okay, and to do that, what x is equals, that's 1.045 times 1845. Multiply those together. That comes out to be $19.28. Now that's, I actually showed you a shortcut way this here, and it's a little bit tricky. If you understand how to do that by just finding the tax and then adding it back, that's fine too. This is just a little bit faster for you. So get all that down and bring it to class, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.